What does it mean to be truly confident? That's the title of today's video, and that's what I'm coming on here to talk about. This the same video, not the same video, the same day, I still got on the same shirt. Y'all already know the deal. This ain't bullet pointed, this ain't scripted. So we finna get straight into it, right? What does it truly mean to be confident? Now, I done dropped a video before and I done talked about the topic of being confident on the channel before. I'll probably leave those videos in the description below too. Also, like I said with the previous video, right? I'll leave that in the description. That way you can get a better, clear and concise, understanding of, what it means to be confident. Just, my thoughts and opinions before, you know, and then once you come back to this video right now, right? What does it truly mean to be confident, right? This is something that I had to work on for a long time because I didn't really know what it meant to be actually confident. I never really walked around with a whole bunch of confidence. In my earlier years, at least I feel like, you know what I mean. Anybody that know me, they could come in the comments and vouch. If you feel like it, if you want to. But I know me personally, I never felt like I was really that confident, especially I would say in my earlier years throughout school, mostly in middle school, right? Like preteen years, mostly around them, right? And even when I did, become a teenager, I still really wasn't that confident in myself and really didn't know what it truly meant to be confident. Now, I'll pop the definition up here for sure, because I want to bring across that clarity to make sure that we all getting, the proper term and definition of confidence, right? But if I had to put it in my own terms, in my own words, right? I feel like the way to become more confident and what it means to be confident is for you to be able to put yourself into uncomfortable situations, you know, accepting your flaws and your insecurities and being able to persist throughout that, no matter, the uncomfortable situations. You putting yourself in those situations, you learning and adapting and growing through those situations. You accepting your insecurities and your flaws and not letting that hold you back as a person, right? I feel like those two things right there is not only what it means to be confident, but what it feels like to be confident in my overall and my own definition of what it means to be confident. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the definition, the proper, dictionary definition up here. Like I said, we could get a better understanding of that. But if I had to put it into my own words, that's what I think it would be, right? Now, this is something, like I said, it didn't come overnight. This is something that I had to practice and, go through trial and tribulation with it, right? Now, one of the ways that you can, start, in order to build more confidence within yourself is to tell yourself that in the morning, right? What I am affirmations, right? That's one way you can go about, building confidence or trying to, get a good understanding of what it means to be confident, right? But I feel like, especially with me, right? Even then, I still didn't have a good grasp and understanding of on what it means to be truly confident, right? Most people may have, one definition. Most people may have a different definition, right? Some people think it's like looking down on somebody, right? You know what I mean? Thinking that you better than somebody, right? And in a sense, you can't think that way. Now, I'm not saying that to come across selfish or narcissistic or anything of that nature, right? Because to be honest, if we bring it down and we being truthful, at the end of the day, nobody is really better than anybody, right? We all go through and feel emotions. We all feel sadness, anger, anxiety, stress, fear, depression. You know what I mean? We all bleed. You know what I mean? Not to, sound gangster or nothing like that. But just to put it in like, the most simplest term that you could possibly put it in. We are all human and we all go through things at the end of the day. Nobody is better than nobody in that sense. When you bring it down to the true core and essence of it, right? You know what I mean? You may work harder than somebody. You may outwork somebody. You may, be doing this differently to somebody, but that don't necessarily mean that you automatically better than them. You know what I mean? You still go through stuff too. You know what I mean? You see dude on Instagram, he popping it, he flexing, he up in 10K on Instagram. He got the brand new C8 Corvette. He got the bust down Rolly Avalanche, the brand new Cuban chain with the pendant, 100,000 on the chain and all that. But behind closed doors, who knows? That may not be bringing him fulfillment as much as you may be seeing it, from the internet, and what you may be thinking. That lifestyle, those things that he posting, that may not be bringing him fulfillment as much as he thought it was. You know what I mean? He probably stressing, probably barely can afford that, probably barely actually living like that in the first place, right? So that may make you think that he confident, he feeling himself because he got all these things, and he posting about this and this and this, and he doing this and this and this, and he got this and this and that. But like I said, that may not be bringing him fulfillment, you know, to his true core and true essence of who that person is at the end of the day. And that's what I'm trying to get across in this video. The true definition and the true feeling of being confident. Cause like I said, this is more towards aiming towards me than anybody. But I'm here to give my thoughts, and we can converse and talk, what I mean, with anybody who may be feeling like this, or, just want to have a discussion in general, right? But I feel like, throughout life, you have to have tried, true and tried, tested confidence. It has to be something that's backed by something. It can't just be something that's materialistic or an inanimate object, or, you just saying it to yourself in the mirror every day. You know what I mean? That's good to say it because it's going to, click in your unsubconscious mind for you to act that way and for you to be that way. But if you don't actually put that through the test and see whether or not if it's tried or true, I feel like you still wouldn't really have the backing and the true feeling and understanding of what it means to be confident, right? Like I said, you see so many people, that think that, oh, being confident, crapping on other people and stuff like that, and money, cars, girls, jewelry, clothes, whatever like this. You know what I mean? That could be one way of somebody's, perception and what they think being confident is. Somebody else's definition can be different. They think being confident is, just putting on a facade and acting like somebody they not, bringing up a character and boasting, you know what I mean? That could be tied into the first one, but you know what I mean? You get the difference between those two. It could be inanimate objects, materialistic things. You could put on a facade and act like somebody else. What's another one? You can talks about people and putting somebody down. Misery is, somebody's best company. I think that's how the term go. Things like that. Them is kind of like three quick examples right there. But like I said, those aren't all rooted and based in tried and true confidence, right? It's not just something I feel like you would be able to understand and truly have a grasp on just one day. One day you just got the full definition and the full meaning of what it means to be confident. No, like I said, I feel like you have to be able to put yourself in multiple uncomfortable situations, and you being able to transpire and grow and learn to adapt through those situations, and learning to love yourself and accept yourself even with the flaws and insecurities that you got. And these things just don't happen overnight. It just don't happen in one day. It's gonna take time, and it's going, it has to be tried and true. Cause without that, I feel like it would just be a false perception. You know what I mean? It would be a false perception and a false definition and narrative on what it means to be truly confident, right? Like I said, you know, I gave my definition of it, and I'll make sure to pop the definition up in there. But the whole notion, the whole point that I'm trying to get across is that, you know what I mean? It has to be tried and true. It got to be tested. It's just not something that, you can have come overnight or something like that. I think that's what it truly means to be confident. The definition that I said, and going through those experiences over and over again, right? So that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.